You most likely seen all these large companies laying people off, but soon it may be hitting a little home to your small to medium-sized business. No business owner wants to be able to let staff members go, especially after you work so hard to bring them on board. However, your largest expense are your employees, and as you need to take measures to stay alive, I'm going to share with you the Stojak rule. That's right, it's a wonderful rule that was created way back during the previous Great Recession. This will help you determine which of those employees that are on the bubble, which ones you should keep, and which ones you should let go. Hi, my name is Ted Miller III. I've had the privilege of working with 25,000 entrepreneurs from 25 different countries around the globe, and I've also carried the burden of having to let go of my fair share of high quality, good people. Today, I'm going to share what I learned working alongside some titans in business. That's right, the late great Chet Holmes and the incredible Tony Robbins. They shaped my way that I deal with really difficult situations like having to let staff members go. I'm going to share the backdrop story to the Stojak rule and why and how it was originally created, because I'm on a mission to help business owners just like you optimize your potential as a leader. So whether you're operating a small business and you want to tap into some fast growth, or you're a CEO with a sizable, significant team, I think you're going to agree this Stojak rule is a good one that you want to be leveraging, especially in this economic climate. You may have caught my previous videos on how we created an environment of excellence by leveraging the TM3 achievement strategy. That's where we draw 3 lines in the sand. Remember that? For KPIs, key performance indicators, you got to have a will line. That's your minimal acceptance level. Then you have a should line. That's where your goals are that you set for your team. And you want to have a could line because you need to know when you want to start rewarding your achievers. And in this video, I'm going to share how you can handle those who had fell short of the will line. Actually, I covered that in pretty good detail in the previous video. If you haven't checked that out, check the corner of this video right now. But I want to share a distinction to make sure you don't lose those really good people when it gets hard in business, or more importantly, those really great people that just have yet to step up enough to shine. So here's how it came to be. It's 2008. Times are getting tough in the market, and we're looking for people that can help move our needle revenue, so we're hiring salespeople. And this guy named Stojak comes along, and he tells me a story that I asked him, how is he an achiever? Show me how you're a top producer. And he's talking about being a musician. He's a piano player, a pianist, and he's great. And I go, well, there's a lot of musicians in the world. How are you the best? He goes, well, where do the best play? I go, well, Carnegie Hall. He goes, I just got back from Carnegie Hall. I go, but what you also know about musicians? I go, they're all broke. And he goes, that's right. I broke my daughter's piggy bank open as an effort to fund this trip to Carnegie Hall. Like, all right, so he's, striking the chord in my heart. And I'm like, oh, geez, that pretty much sucks. And he goes, that's why I need this. That's why I won't let you down, Ted. And I communicated. Here in our organization, we have achievers. I have people that are so strong in sales, they're closing 40% of the leads that are given to them. My average is 30%. So my minimal acceptance level here is 20% of the leads that are presented to you. You need to convert into a sale. Otherwise, you got to step up or step out over a period of time. We have a PIP program here, and you got 3 strikes. So I shared that with him. He says, I got you. First measurement of his performance, below 20%. So I leaned in, gave some extra training. Second time around, had to train him again because he wasn't up to 20%, but had to send him with consequences. That meant I had to restrict the leads he was being given, and I had to make sure he was hitting above 20% with the leads that he's already been given before I gave him any more leads. He knew the third call meant I'm calling because I'm like, hey man, it's nice knowing you, but you didn't step up enough. You got to step out. And he goes, Ted, don't give up on me. Everybody says that they could be great, but not all people are meant for this. And you've never really been in sales before. So let's just, part ways now. I'll let you find your home somewhere else. I'll do a testimonial to his, at least his character, because I admired the guy. He goes, no, don't give up. Don't give up on me because I haven't given up on myself yet. And he grabbed my attention because we hire hunger above performance every day of the week. It's hard to say above performance. Yeah, you need to have priorities. What matters more? Because if it was only achievers, then I could have a room full of Wolf of Wall Streets and there'd be jerks breaking rapport with prospects all the time. And they could technically have a better KPI, but my brand would hurt. So I had that rule in place. And he said, well, don't give up on me. And because it struck that chord, I had to make an executive decision. I had to step out of my standard operating procedures and make a call. I said, I won't give up on you if you don't give up on yourself. And that means one more. He goes, what do you mean one more? I go, one more something, buddy. I don't know. One more sale, one more higher closing percent, one more something, but give me one more every single time we speak. I need to know that you've done one more. If not, hit the bricks, pal. And the guy always found a way to do one more. Maybe it was, he was at 18%. He didn't go north of 20, but he went from 18 to 19 that next month. Or then he had one more sale, or he was leaning into Kanai. At the time we were using Kanai, we were partnered with Tony Robbins. It was constant, never-ending incremental improvement. Yeah, Kanai. And he embraced that. So I'm like, okay, he's fitting the core values still. He's getting better in each and every single way. And eventually he can go from shitty to good to great to outstanding if we just never give up on him. Flash forward 2 years later. I finally meet him in person. That's right. We've been doing virtual companies long before it was trendy to do so through COVID. And our first time meeting was at a seminar called Business Mastery Pioneer with Tony Robbins. And he's there. And I see him, he sees me. We've seen each other 1,000 times from like a Zoom-like environment. So we're crying, we're embracing, hugging and kissing each other. And we're just telling great stories. And he goes, I want to thank you for, not just giving up on me and challenging me to do one more. He goes, but last year you told me where I need to go to find my home, because I wasn't born to work with cold leads, but he had that go that extra mile mentality. So there was this new division coming up and I said, this is where you need to hang out. And this is who you should go work with. And he did a great job. He goes, I made 120 grand last year. And just to tell you how far that was, he literally broke his piggy bank open. He stopped drinking beer. He stopped taking his family out to eat because those were niceties, not necessities. I mean, I remember the first time he sent me a text and he goes, I finally had my first beer. He sent me a text and he goes, I took the family out and had a meal. I remember the text when he said, hey, Ted, I put the money back in the kids' piggy bank. And, I get emotional thinking about it because that's why we're doing what we do. We love our team. They're my team. I don't call them my family. I don't lie because you can't fire family. They're permanent. So they're a team. If they don't perform, they do need to step out. So they are a team, but we get close. We're warriors. We got each other's back. And when you help someone through that, it's really touching. But the best part was, he goes, Ted, I did 120 grand last year. I'm on track to do 240. And he moved their company significantly. That was the year we went from, I think it was 17 million to $34 million. So we had fast rate of growth thanks to great people like Stojak. So I have that, I call it the Stojak rule. When times are tough and I'm on the bubble, I want to figure out who's going to be the people that are going to stay on board or get off. And I filter it through the Stojak rule. Have they given up on themselves? If not, how can they show that? So I can be responsible to communicate to the board how that person's justifying staying on the team when we have mandatory cuts to be able to make things work financially. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this story of how the Stojak rule came to be. And it changed my life. It changed my business. And I learned a lot from that lesson. Now, if you're facing challenges in your business, comment on what your challenges are, and I'll share the best strategy I've seen to help overcome such an obstacle. And always make sure you subscribe for more content that's related to fast growth strategies or how to scale your business for a more profitable exit. And I'll see you on the next one.